Warning, this video is intended for audiences who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Alright, so I forgot that when this episode takes place, and I forget that every main character, like our secondary and tertiary writer, are still not there yet. They're not at the home stretch yet. This is like the 2/3 of the series end. Right? And they're just there.
Yep, they just exist. I mean, to be fair, when you consider where they, at least in the case of where Spawner started from, this is, I guess, technically his improvement. I guess.
I mean, he won. Right? Do we? We could check.
Yeah.
Like, do we? I mean, like we.
I guess.
We do
I guess
give them a score.
He got a dub.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Look.
Right. And it turns out the only person that Spider can beat is himself. It turns out. Right?
Yeah. The only.
Right. He loses against everyone else. But against himself, hey, look, the only person that can beat me is me.
I know exactly
right?
how weak and fragile my body is. I know
right,
all the I know all the weak points because they keep reminding me every time. Also, boy, starting over from the beginning now, I am realizing that the whatever death masks, Abyssalisk death mask, because oh Jesus Christ, please no more trios of people in this fucking show. The one that's supposed to be that's using spawners. I guess what do they call it for the homunculus? They like profile. What is it? Their model.
Corpse.
The model.
Right.
The model that spawners. Or the death mask that's using spawners.
Boy, man, I had a lot of opening bits I could have started out with. Right.
But
I was like,
he's holding 3 balloons like he's fucking Pennywise the Clown. I do think that's very funny to imagine Spawner holding just 3 little red balloons.
and because that's like a important thing of Spawner's character.
Yeah, he's real into balloons. That's if there's one thing I know about.
Look, one's for him, and one's for his mom, and one's for his dad. Right?
Hey, look, if you're talking about bits to open this up, I have the perfect one because I came to a very honestly enlightening realization after finishing this movie. I realized through the power of the Kamen Rider Gotchard future Daybreak movie, it's not... We've been mischaracterizing Kamen Rider Gotchard. It's actually our fault that we were having such a bad experience with it. Because what I realized with this movie, Austin, is that Kamen Rider Gotchard is... We thought, right, that Kamen Rider Gotchard, its motif, its main thesis was this was about a high school boy and a secret alchemical society, and he's learning alchemy.
Not magic. Remember, alchemy is not magic, by the way.
But he's learning. He's learning alchemy. He wants to be the best alchemist. Also, maybe this is just, but and the more cynical side is like, well, this is just to shill out a bunch of little pieces of shiny cardboard to dumb, gullible kids to go buy the cardboard, buy the shiny piece of cardboard. You can't really play it. There's not really.
Man, look, good thing. We will never get tricked by that. We're too smart for that. Yeah, right.
But what I realized is that's not anything of what Gotchard is. That's not what Gotchard was ever meant to be. It was in this movie that I truly got the heart of what Gotchard was about. Kamen Rider Gotchard is a series about one boy that really, 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 really likes trains. That's it.
Right.
That's it. It's all been trains this whole time. I'm not saying that Hotaro is that little boy. I think that it's a little boy that wrote this that really, really likes trains. The same way that Fast and Furious is written by Vin Diesel, who just likes cars. It's the same. It's the same thing. It's just Vin Diesel wants to write a superhero movie about cars. Somebody wanted to write a Kamen Rider series that just his best friends are Thomas the Tank Engine and Jiminy Cricket. That's it.
Right. I was amazed that in a movie, about a train that travels through time. I mean, technically we do get it.
Right.
He does show up.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Could have
He
been.
does, but I was amazed that they did not at any point. Because at this point, fucking Takeru
Sato,
Sato,
yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Right, he's too.
But
Toei cannot afford to get him back.
They can whip out the Momotaro suit out again, drag that in, or put a fucking
Right,
red.
I mean, look, that voice actor already works for Toei. At this point, he is now the official Deno.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that they did not get Deno. And they do get Deno. Don't get me wrong, Deno does appear, but they do not get the Momotaro or the fucking train to just be like, "Hey, kid, you need a ride?"
Yeah.
Right? Fucking this fucking guy paid us with a bunch of fucking plastic jewel to show up and be like, to give you a ride, right?
Hop on the magic school
Right,
bus, kids. Nope.
Right. I also can't get the fact that with this train that they use, they just slap like a bunch of fucking plastic glasses on it and be like, yeah, this is it.
So it's just an insane start to this thing.
Right? So this takes place after I think this literally takes place after the Legend mini arc episode, right? Which was what, episode 33, 34, right? Of Gotchard?
It's
right?
It's what is it? It's after it's after Kaguya leaves, but before they get really into the Gigist shit.
Right, but it's also after he unlocks Rainbow Gotchard. Because I have to double check, be like, wait, when the fuck does this take place?
Right, because basically
So
he unlocks Rainbow Gotchard, then we get sidetracked by Kaguya showing up again, and then
No, Kaguya shows up first, then he gets Rainbow Gotchard. I'm looking at it right now. He does not unlock Rainbow Gotchard until after So I am looking at this right now.
Really?
So, yes. So Gotchard, because Gotchard shows up. Gotchard. I mean,
Rainbow Gotchard.
Kaguya shows up in episode 34, 35. That's the mini arc. Where he just fucks up. He's like, "Hey, yo, what's up? It's my time." Look, remember me from the Toei Tokusatsu fan club video?
Yeah.
Right? That's when he shows up and get Legendary Legend, alright? And then Hotro does not unlock Rainbow Gotchard.
41. 38?
Yeah, 38, right? Look, I'm not clicking on these titles. I'm just looking. I'm not clicking the episode. I'm just looking at the title.
Titles, yeah.
And I'm assuming that Over the Rainbow, right? It's what Over the Rainbow Gotcha Complete Climax. One of those is when he unlocks it, right? Yeah. So this is literally before the Three Kings started actually taking the. So this is after he unlocks Rainbow Gotcha, but before the Three Kings actually started doing their big plans, right? Of the series, right? Because it's when Nijigon here now. He's here. He's just chilling, They look, right? I think they actually afford actual CGI artists, right? Because these fucking 3D models of Nijigon and Hopper are just they're just jumping around. Yeah. They're like, oh fuck. Someone had told us, oh shit, look at this. We got an extra $100. We can pay this cost to actually animate these.
Instead of jiggling the toys around on a stick.
Right, we can actually have these things on the screens, right? Yeah, so this is about the Gotchard Daybreak. Boy, man, I got a lot of problems with this fucking movie. By the way, the end of it,
look, time travel's a bitch, man.
Fuck yeah! Hotro in the future has lost all of his human. He has his smile, his optimism gone.
Yep.
Everything about. Look, he has only known sadness and depression for the last 20 years.
Yeah. And a long. Honestly, it seems like. Honestly, considering that everybody that he knew dies within. I mean, based off the order of what we see in the flashback in the movie, seems to die within, I'll be generous and say, a 6-month period from he becomes Gotchard and then everyone is fucking murdered by Garyon.
Oh yeah, man.
I've got to say, for the rest of this rebel faction being led by this 17-year-old for the next 20 years, and also Garyon apparently not being able to fully take over the world somehow over those 20 years is fucking insane.
Look, I mean, I feel like he took over Japan at least, right?
I just feel like...
Do you think the rest of the world was like, hey, man, don't visit Japan from
I mean,
now
he did
on,
say he wants a golden world. He didn't say he wants to make Japan gold. He wants the whole world to be gold. The fact that he hasn't been able to accomplish his Grandmaster plan when it's just Hotaro by him... I mean, eventually we see that the fucking remaining Abyssalis sisters, I guess, join him. But, like, how has he survived this long? Like, how is there this many survivors?
And look, we keep changing bases every few days, you know?
Right. And how are you alive? But yeah, hey, it's future Daybreak. We start off with fucking, oh, hey, this is the bad future. It's Daybreak's future.
Yeah, look, it's Daigo, you know? Toei can afford Daigo to be...
Apparently, they can afford Daigo, and they can afford to put him... Well, because they didn't spend any money on the outfit, they just found some shit from a homeless shelter and threw it on him.
Man, the future Hotaro's outfit is fucking insane.
It doesn't make any sense from a just color standpoint, from like the articles of clothing. I don't even know what they are. Like, he's kind of wearing a scarf, but it's like ratty.
He's like this Fetto jacket, you know, right? That you, and right? It's like, do you think he just sold it to some Guy Fieri's dead body? He's like, oh fuck that, you're not gonna need this shit anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's all fucked up. But hey, there's still people that he has to protect, I guess, from Garyon and his magic Rubik's Cube.
And his army of dread troopers, you know, and his and his 3 new mysterious masked individuals. Ooh, man, who are all these people? You know, we'll get to it, man. I have a lot of problems with those people as well.
Yeah,
you know, right.
But yeah, then we cut to all of a sudden, hey, these dread troopers are here. Oh my god, hey. Is it crazy that we're getting more action from the Dread Troopers in this timeline in the movie than we did in this timeline in the show? Because, Jesus Christ, we did not get any fucking, like, that, what, talk about a, like, blue ballsing us on, like, an actual thing.
Mm-hmm. Right, I think they just had more money. It's like, oh yeah, we can afford this.
Yeah, we can afford more suit actors to just be randomly running through the streets.
Yeah, right, attacking the Japanese in public, right, you know? Yeah, so here's a bunch of Dread Troopers.
Yeah, they get their asses beat.
Troopers. They're not Dread Troopers. They're spelled and pronounced something phonetically different.
Yeah.
To different from the other Dread Troopers, which I was like, oh yeah.
Wait, right. Hold on, let me look at it again. It's Dread, is it Dread Roopers or Dread Troopers? Let's see. It's
something dumb.
It is Dread Trooper. There's no second D.
Yeah. It's really dumb. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
You know. Right. But yeah, so Hotaro summons. Look, Hotaro does, like, he realized that, hey, they're using gang tactics on us, you know,
I should use the one thing that this fucking Rainbow Gotchard ability is good for and put out my numbers, and then they are immediately shot down and put back to...
It's real...
I mean, immediately rendered useless. Back to the Pokeball with you.
So funny how fascinating his fucking... The brother gets fucking
Unfortunately,
blasted.
Pennywise the Clown has too powerful of balloons, and he takes them out with 3 fucking balloons.
Mm-hmm. Right? And then Spotter shows up, he's like, hey, I'm here.
Hey, I'm also part of the crew. In case you thought I wouldn't be in this movie.
Don't forget me, guys. Remember, even though I was the second guy to transform, you know, I'm the tertiary writer of the show, you know, right?
Yep.
You know, I'm a main character too, you know, right? Don't forget about me, you know.
And then, just like that, he's like, haha, guess what? I'm also you.
I feel like this thing was fast. I felt like, I think that they could have saved this for this revealing the mask bit for a little bit longer.
I mean, it certainly, it certainly could have been a little bit more dramatic with it, but
Right, like this thing, like I'm looking at the time code now. This thing is done with like the first 4 minutes of the movie.
The pacing on this is fucking out of control. There's some really crazy things that happen because we go from that, and then more Dread Troopers show up, and while Spawner is fighting himself, and the Dread Troopers show up,
right, like he's on his own. Like if you think about it, Spawner is actually on his own mission.
Then Minato and the extras come in, and then all of a sudden Kaguya is back, even though. Again, by our own math, he's been gone he's been gone for 7 episodes.
They are introducing characters so fucking fast, you know, right? Like Rene's dad shows up, and by the way, hey, so I have finally found out some behind the scene news.
Okay.
Some behind the scenes tidbit up there. So we have been questioning the whole purpose of Rene's dad throughout the entire show, and why he never shows up in the actual show.
Right.
It turns out Toei could not afford his actor because his actor was on another show at the exact same time they were filming Gotchard, and he only showed up on his off days.
Okay,
when he wasn't.
That's awesome. That is the best answer. I actually can accept that so much easier than all of the other bullshit reasons of like that they made up in the story.
Right, so it turns out, look, Rene's father was not an absentee father, okay? No, he has always been providing for her, you know? He was off working a single father job this entire time, you know, right? Look, how else was she able to afford to go to this stupid school,
you
know,
and be able to live by herself without supervision?
Right? Yeah, it turns out he has been a hard working father this entire time, you know, right? Yeah, so I found out and I was like, oh man, that explains so much now, you know, right?
But yeah, hey, he pulls out.
I think he only shows up for this bit.
Yes,
right?
He only shows up for this bit, and he pulls out his toy train, Red One style.
And then he tells everyone, hey, here's a thing. Here's a magic. I'm sorry, not magic spell. Alchemy.
If we combine the powers of alchemy, then we can do it.
Here,
not
everyone,
magic.
Gather your rings.
Yeah,
you know,
not magic.
As we
just alchemy. Just alchemy.
Right, we're not summoning Captain Planet. We're summoning the train.
Yeah, we're using the power of alchemy to combine the Time Lord Warp Terra. I don't know what the fuck the Nine-Tail Kemi has to do with this at all.
Yeah, I was really confused. Right,
but hey,
what was the Nine-Tails Kemi's power again?
I could not tell you for the life of me. I think this was one of the ones that they caught.
Right, like I remember Warp Terra.
I remember it was the one. It was the one at the shrine at where Renge's grandma.
Right, I know that, but like, what was his? Like, I thought it was only like it. It only just influenced people. Like it doesn't.
No, it
have,
it was able to like functionally like repel evil.
Does it warp reality?
No, it like repelled evil or something. Like it.
Okay, but boy, man, once again, I feel like out of everyone that's like contributing to the team right now, I feel like
it is not. Yeah, Time Lord and Warp Terra, I get. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Again, this isn't magic. But if this were in a different card game, you would be using a spell card in order to put all 4 of these cards together.
Fuck, was it a cosmic Kemi? What the fuck? Where the fuck is the Nine-Tails Kemi?
It's gotta be a cult. I've got to assume it's a cult.
Fuck, I forgot how fucking annoying the pages for the Kemi cards on the wiki is.
It is a 9, if that helps. I'm pretty sure it's a cult.
Okay, Nine-Tails, fuck, man, this thing does, okay, use along with, okay, damn, this does not tell me. Holy fuck! Why is this not linking me to the fucking? Okay, man, this does not tell me what the fuck the Nine-Tail Kemi does. It just says Nine-Tail Kemis. That's it. Fuck. I want to know what the Kemi does.
If you look at the card, it should show what it says.
It does not tell me what the ability of the fucking Nine-Tail Kemi.
I'm gonna try this. Ability is fuck that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. All right, fine. Okay, I had to go to a separate page. Fuck. Going to the list of Kemi page did not help me. All right, is it a cult-based Kemi based on... Okay, good. All right, we know that. Okay, we know that. All right, give me... What the fuck? Okay. Okay, the Nine-Tail Kemi is said to have the ability to travel back and forth between parallel worlds. Okay. Sure. I don't think this was ever established in the show.
I don't think so either. I don't think so. I don't know when that would have ever come up other than this.
I don't remember this was ever being addressed. I thought that in the show, it had like an influence over the village, and that's it. I thought it was like some spooky spirit, right?
I mean, it
never knew this
was,
was a
but I don't
thing.
know. I guess it's between the living and the dead. But there also, when that came up, there wasn't anything about like if it was Renge's dead grandmother, that'd be one thing. But that's not what we got.
Yeah. Okay. Huh. I really got funny out. This is what the fuck this Kemi does right
Anyway,
now.
apparently what this Kemi does is try their hardest.
Okay,
to...
so hey, Naito, I take it back, about Yuki Truichi. Hey, that's on me. That's on me.
I didn't know, man.
Right?
I didn't know.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's just the show's fault, all right?
With their power combined, they're able to steal an almost unidentifiable fucking paid partnership because they put a fucking pair of sunglasses over the fucking front of it to make it seem like it was part of it.
Great. I fucking lost it.
But I realized because they let it cut for a second and showed it when they're looking at the train and that at the like 8-minute 20-second mark, I went the fact that it says Paleo Express makes me go, I don't think that Toei put that there. I don't think that Toei was allowed to cover that up. They had to, that's a paid sponsorship.
Yep. This is a real train.
This is a real train in Saitama that you could take fucking Polar Express style.
I'm pretty sure this was the company's only requirement, right?
Yeah.
Because
you can put whatever stupid sunglasses or grasshopper antenna that you want on the front of the train. Don't you dare fuck up the paint job.
Yeah, you cannot digitally alter the name of this train, and the name of the train needs to be in frame for like 20 seconds, and the character needs to be under the side showing how, as they say, wow, this train is amazing.
Yeah, we want people, and we better have, you gotta have shots that are dangerously close to the steam being jettisoned out of the fucking train.
Right, you gotta show how good this train is, and then So then Fuga just fucking disappears for the rest of the movie.
Oh yeah, he just I assume it's another body double.
I did not see the scene where he
melts.
just disappears.
Well, it's another body double who just melts.
Yeah, once again, he's going back to being a hardworking Japanese drama actor now.
Yeah. He's just like Naruto. Okay, he's got to go out and work. Okay, just be happy with the shadow clone that I sent to go to your fucking recital, kid.
Yeah, and then
also, by the way, Kajiki's here.
Kajiki is here throughout this, and he is definitely in this movie. All right,
This is pre the full effects of the brain damage, but this is giving him his memories back, but definitely post a lot of the brain damage he's already had.
I'm pretty sure this is still before they start letting him keep his memory. So that means by the end of this movie, they brainwiped him at some point.
I'm pretty sure that the summer festival that they're at the end is the summer festival that we see when Hotaro finally realizes, like, looking through photos, that Kajiki is, like, starting to, like, get brain scramblies.
Mm-hmm. Right, so he definitely get at some point, I'm pretty sure during the middle of the fucking of the festival, he's like, hey, Kaj, come over here. It's me, your teacher.
Hey, don't ask questions.
Let me tell you about your school responsibilities real quick.
Let me make sure that you're. Hey, as the adult here, let me just make sure that you're doing okay.
Hey, meet me behind the screen. Don't worry, I'm not doing anything weird as a teacher.
Yeah, why don't you try this breathing exercise? Try this breathing exercise with me. Close your eyes and take in a deep breath, and then don't look for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, not weird. I'm not doing anything weird as a teacher. Right? Yeah. Hey, look, during the future.
Yeah,
right?
In the future, Atropos is still alive for some reason, and Clotho is still alive. And they're friendly.
Hey, but they're friends now. Hey, but look, Klotos is now good because she got rid of that stupid black veil for a white veil. Ooh.
Sure. Honestly, I didn't even realize that because I just thought, why is it? I was like, I don't remember it being white, but at least they're not flipping it over with the stupid little cat faces on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it turns out at some point within the last 20 years, Lactus died, right?
Yeah.
Sacrificing, but she left behind but she left behind her stupid little tuning fork thing. I forgot she had. Oh yeah, man, you couldn't even leave behind your sword. But did you have a sword at some point? You know, you gonna give that to Klotos? Hey, Klotos, you want? I know you like to punch stuff, but hey, you want a bladed weapon instead?
Nope.
You know,
Nope.
it reduces the distance. You know,
Yeah.
because I assume this is a universe where Klotos does not get her Mad Max outfit. You know, right?
Well, yeah, because I guess Gigas never shows up in this one.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, hey, you don't have your Mad Max power up outfit, so I think the sword might be very helpful for you instead. But
Yeah.
look, they take the trio right to the hidden base, you know,
Yeah.
where Gerard had never suspected to look,
Yeah.
you know, right?
If
He
I
would
just
look.
keep moving it around various places in Japan, he'll never catch us. Wasn't his plan to just
Right.
cover the whole world in gold? Wouldn't that get you anyway? Wouldn't that still? How are you moving this? How are you surviving this? Anyway, we all of that. The plot doesn't matter. What does matter is that Hotaro is aiding and abetting a fucking sex offender in his fucking rebellion force. What the fuck is happening?
Uh-huh.
What?
Boy, I don't know. I had to double check, right, to make sure this wasn't Kajuki in the future
Yeah,
when
yeah.
they cut to this guy.
Yeah.
Right?
So I thought that too, and I remembered the fucking the poster for this, and I was like, oh yeah, there's that one guy that we didn't know who the fuck he is. I believe he is some random fucking. I mean, maybe he's not that random, but he is some Japanese comedian that got.
Oh.
He's having like a weird. I mean, I get this might be like his bit that he, because Japan, they like to do. They got, when you're a comedian there, you got to do like, you got to have a bit.
You have a famous bit you do, you know, right? Yeah.
And I guess let's see. Let me go.
I had to double check to make sure that this wasn't a character that was introduced in the TV show, and I was like, and they just brought him back, right? I was like, am I supposed to know who this is? You know, right? Once again, I'm pretty sure, right? This is like a weird Japanese celebrity that showed up, right?
Yeah, hold on. Let's see. I believe it is. Yeah. Yoshio Kojima. He is a Japanese comedian. He was born in 1980, so this is a 44-year-old man. 43, I guess, at the time of the filming. Let's just see what Yoshio let's see what Yoshio Kojima. Let's see what your comedy is like.
Don't look at the wrong Kojima,
yep,
right?
Okay, yep. He likes to be in his underwear. It's a lot of pictures of him in his underwear. I guess this is a thing. I don't know why he's in this kid show movie, but he's in.
Look, that's just his bit, you know. Look. What do you mean? Yeah, look. He's there. Look, he's the big celebrity name drop, you know, right?
Hold on. Okay. Watch this with your sound. Okay, this is. Look, they're just. Look, Japan's.
Oh man, is this one of
different.
his comedy routines right now?
Japan's just built different. I'm learning. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the title. Present. Okay, Nintendo DS Dragon Tamer. Oh man. Hey, look, man, this thing was uploaded 15 years ago. You know.
This is just.
Boy.
I guess he's just
doing.
That kind
He's
of
doing
icon.
his bit.
He's just iconic in Japan.
Yeah, look. Is doing that weird motion while being in his underwear, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
Right? You know, it's like the pineapple pen guy, you know? Right?
Yeah.
How he get...
yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Hold on. There's a Doraemon.
Yeah, look at that. What's it?
There's a Doraemon wiki entry for him.
Yeah, look. Once again, I feel like this is one of those Japanese cultural things. A stupid fucking American gaijin.
Yeah, we're just uncultured like that. We didn't. It's our fault for not knowing. Here's an input from him from the Doraemon fucking wiki.
Oh man, does he play himself in Doraemon? Apparently he sung a song for the show.
I guess.
Right.
An ending song for the 2005 series and used to promote the movie Nobita and the Birth of Japan 2016.
Look, he's a Japanese comedian famous for only appearing in a small bathing suit during both performance and interview.
Well, hey, he fucking did it. Again,
Hey, look.
it's on us. We're just the silly gaijin. We don't get their intricate Japanese humor.
Yeah, look. He's trying to harness the power of Kenny's by physically
Screaming at the
using
ground.
mental brain stress. Right?
Yeah,
I think he's trying to use
doing
his mind
all sorts of
powers.
experiments. Don't know what those are. Don't know why he's
doing anything to
he's
get.
an exceptional
to get,
alchemist. What the fuck are you talking about? This is what happens when your organization is led by a 17-year-old boy for 20 years. You get your head researcher is a comedian, partial nudist.
Yeah,
and
this is also what happens when you get when your head chemist is a guy who did not know what chemistry was until like 6 months.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, hold on. Man, what was the whole game? Gabriel showed up during what? So, okay. So episode 16, right? So that means what does that mean by production standpoint? That means what?
20
Ichinose has
episodes.
only been Gotchard. Has only been Gotchard for 3 months,
Yeah.
He has only been a chemist. I mean, to be fair, when every other alchemist in the world is dead, right? Your 3 months adds up like, hey, look, I'm the oldest alchemist now,
Yeah,
alright?
you can only learn by my example. I did not finish my class.
Look. I still don't barely understand what alchemy was,
Yeah.
Right? But hey, I have 3 months seniority over the rest of you, alright?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm the boss now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then we found out, look, then we learned about the timeline and,
Hotaro's timeline.
There's parallel universe.
Yeah. Garyon just showed up, took out, Hotaro's eye, and then dipped. And that's all he did, instead of what happened. So, basically, if Daybreak hadn't shown up in the show's timeline, all he would have done would have been stop Hotaro from losing his eye, which I guess changes the trajectory. The real benefit that I'm just gonna call him Daybreak for the future one, just because they start doing that in the movie.
Yeah, I mean they call him. Hotaro calls himself his future self Daybreak too. So yeah,
the only thing that Daybreak really accomplished was allowing Hotaro to still have his depth perception and giving him the fucking Gotchard igniter, even though it is already the second power-up tool that he had, and it is immediately outdated right after he gets it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Look, I love this being the nexus point, right? For this is like the canon event, like this is where the timeline diverge.
Yeah.
Right? Is Hotaro having right? This is when Hotaro realized that yeah, hey, this is real life now,
Yeah.
It wasn't when Sabimaru got brainwashed and
tortured and
right?
almost died, or there's
right.
Also,
No, it's when I lost my eye, right? It's when I actually straight up lost my eye. I was like, oh. Wow,
yeah.
I actually can get injured. This is not like one of those weird Japanese where all you do is put like a few band-aids on my cheek, and then right, and then I'm better by next week. Oh no, I straight up lost my eye.
As we all learned from South Park years ago, it's all fun and games with kids playing with toys with toy weapons until somebody loses an eye.
Yeah, and then so then I love how David then starts right going on his monologue how everyone close to him dies, right? And I love during this entire bit, right? So so it's Spawner, Kyoka, Renge, Samimaru, right?
Yeah.
Minato, right?
Yeah.
And finally Rine, right? Did you notice someone not being listed?
Oh yeah.
In among.
Yeah. Kajiki's still. There's a future Kajiki running around free and loose.
Boy, is there a future Kaji, or did Kajiki guy and at some point did not bother for him,
He also doesn't show his mom, which I think is very funny.
Yeah.
But I want to believe that either future Kajiki just got picked up by Kaguya, and that's why he has Butler that looks like Kajiki. He's Daybreak's Kajiki. and he just took him
Oh,
along
man.
to save him.
Man, I was legitimately hoping, right, that Kajuki died at some point, and he did not bother, and he's not memorable enough to list, you know?
There wasn't enough left of Kajuki for him to bury.
Right?
He was turned to fucking dust.
I was really someone was gonna acknowledge, like the fact that Kaji never asked, "Hey man, what happened to me?" and Koto ignores him, and Daybreak ignores him, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was actually hoping for that bit, you know, but like it seems obvious that Daybreak just at some point just said, "Hey, Kaji, hey, fuck him," you know, right?
We all got priorities, and Kajuki is not.
Yeah, look, at some point, I gotta cut my baggage, you know, right? You know, I can't look. I only have one eye now. I can't use. I have to be very selective of what I do with my eye now. You know, right? Yeah, yeah. Then and also it's really amazing. Like during this whole future movie bit, you know, right? Is that present day timeline? Abyssal Sister and Garyon never appears, you know, right?
It's very convenient.
Yeah, right. I was amazed that that the present day version never shows up and do anything. Like President Garyon finds out about his future, so I was like, oh, hey.
Yeah, he doesn't. Wow. He doesn't see the Dread Troopers come out and think, oh, this would be a perfect time to double up the efforts. My future self can back my present self up.
Right, you know, and then the sisters like this does not begin like the sisters like distrust of present day, like the present day sister. This does not begin there. Like realize, oh hey, this is our fate, you know.
Wait, at this point, had Lachesis dipped from them?
So this is Rainbow. So this looks like this is after when this Lachesis does not. What the fuck does
Lachesis like after they first stop Garyon, right? So it's gotta be...
Man.
I mean,
let's see. Boy, I'm gonna... Let me see. Does going to list of appearance help me out in any fucking way?
I'm going to episode 32, The Great King Appears, The Dolls' Dilemma.
Let's... let's see. There's a 3-episode gap between episode 33 36, so I don't know if that's it, right? You know? The origins of Kenny's episode 36, is that when she finally shows up again?
Okay, episode 33 features Lax's first transformation to Valve Red, so I'm going to say, yes, she has dipped from their team by this point, and she is with the Alchemist now.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Right, yeah. So that's I'm amazed that there's like not enough past-future interaction, you know, right throughout this this movie, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it could have set up a lot more.
Everybody that are staying in the present are literally just standing around in a circle, like listening to the fucking whatever Kaguya tells them.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. I was amazed. Like there was like no more interactions, you know, right between them. Right. Yeah. But yeah. Was it Atropos and Klothos hates it? Like, yeah, hey man, we got replaced. You know, right?
Yeah, by three fuckers with weird masks.
You know, ooh, quote unquote, right? Just threw us away. He made 3 new dolls, you know, because he realized that 3 is better than us 2, you know.
Right.
And everything.
Yeah, and somehow Atropos and fucking again the way in which this truly, literally in the case of Daybreak, ragtag group of people have staved off Garyon's complete domination of the world for 20 years is fucking insane to me. But then a call comes through, and then they all run off, and Daybreak is all weird about Rene fighting. He doesn't give a shit about Atropos and fucking Clotho.
Hey, look, they're dolls. They're homunculus. Yeah. Fuck them, you know.
Yeah.
They're not technically, as far as Daybreak is concerned, they're not humans. All right. You know, you might be wearing human skins, you know, but underneath that skin, you know, you're just there's no beating heart under you. You know, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, they get called to like one of the outposts,
random refugee warehouse. I believe it says like refugee camp K or whatever.
right? This is one of the backup locations, that they have. By the way, hey man, hey, and for a apocalyptic future, hey, pretty green it turns out.
Again,
like, this area of Japan,
no
pretty
gold,
good.
no gold, just green. Yeah, still
Yeah.
seems like
Yeah, I
Garion's
guess
doing a
Garion
very
left
bad
this.
job of taking over the world for the last 20 years.
Yeah, man, what's going on with this gear? Why hasn't he made anything gold?
Like, here's the
Right?
thing: 20 years is such a long time. They didn't have to make it 20 years. I don't know why they did. Like, I get the implication, but actually it works more against, like, the threat of Garion if it's like, well, it's only gonna get, like, really this bad, like, in 20 years. Or it'll just be bad for 20 years, but, like, people get used to it.
Right. I mean, it also doesn't really work because when we found out by the end, and spoiler the movie, it's not Garen by the end of this movie. It turns out it's been a guy. Once again, going back to how this point, everyone is just wearing a mask. I know this franchise is called Kamen Rider, and Kamen means mask, right? I know that's the pun, right? But it turns out by the end of this movie, everyone is just wearing a mask. Figuratively and literally, right?
It's the
right?
whole. It is once again the issue of Naruto, where it is everybody is a Russian nesting. Everybody is a Russian nesting doll for who is supposed to be the final antagonist of Naruto, and then it's like, well, that's basically what happened with Gotchard.
Yeah, and then we found out that we found out that the white mask figure. Oh, it's a thing wearing Lactus's body.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh
ooh,
man, I bet this will be
right?
so emotionally.
She has a red.
Yeah, it's a red.
I really hate that she's wearing a red veil.
I don't know why
when she
she's
had
wearing
a white
red.
mask.
She has a white suit. Also, she's still
Color-
wearing the same clothes for some the spawner body. Again, I don't know why they have these clothes on top of the clothes that the body had. Like they didn't just change it, but they clearly had every ability to. Look, we're talking a lot about a character that we could get upset with, but the fact of the matter is, they fucking kill her in like 5 fucking seconds. She is turned to dust as soon as we fucking meet her, and that's it. She's done. Again, the pacing is all over the fucking place.
Yeah, look that. But hey, look.
They got the key back to the barrier.
They had to speed. Look, their speed. Look. Hey, look. That's the thing, right? They have been just chilling for the last 20 years. But now that there's 2 Gotchards, right? Wait, we can speed run this now.
Yeah, we can just speed run. We can grind. We can farm for materials and just take her out and loot the body. Carve the pieces and take out the little.
We spent the last 20 years just dilly dallying, right? But now that there's 2 Gotcha, oh wait, then okay, cool. We can end this now. We're gonna save the world in an entire day. Yeah, right? Yeah, and then we finally find out what happened to Rene in this universe. Oh man, she just got fucking stabbed through her fucking stomach.
It's very funny because I genuinely was trying to remember what the fuck happened when Garion collected all because I remember that something happened to purify the chemis, and I think it was just I don't know, Hotaro's just pure sense of friendship or something, some bullshit like that, like the power.
Right, I think that at this moment Rene is not even Majade yet.
Right, exactly. Moment. So whatever happened here is a truly revisionist history.
Right. I mean, because I think Garrett does not open the door of darkness until what? Or he gets to the door of darkness until. Let me look at this again.
I want to say it's episode 18 or something.
Nope. Let's see. No, episode 16 is the Christmas. So episode 16 is the Nexus point. Okay. Let's see. Rene becomes. Let's see. Oh man, does this boy, man, when does the door of darkness thing fucking happens? Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna say 27.
Man, I'm really just trying to go off the fucking episode titles, right? Trying to see which one of these is the most.
Episode 28 is Barrow Barrow Strange Renge's Homecoming, so I've got to imagine that it's Gotcha. Episode 27, Gotcha Crosshopper, because it's when Hopper 1 turns into Crosshopper, and that's what purifies all the chemis in it.
Okay. Oh, okay. So Renee is Jade by this point. I thought Renee does not transform Jade into. And once again, this is how that Renee does not become Jade until after the first story arc of the show.
Yeah.
Unlike other Kamen Rider seasons where the secondary rider becomes the secondary rider by episode 5. Right? And look, she's a girl. It takes her a little bit longer to become the secondary rider. That's just a thing. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so she is Jade by this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
But she just fucking
Din
gets
Gigas just
stabbed.
pops through the hole and fucking stabs her through the stomach.
Yeah. But she's like, hey, look, she say something. What does she say?
Yeah.
Is that what does she say? What the audience thinks she's saying, or does she say something else? Ooh, ooh, right? Yeah. So Renee dies.
And that apparently sent Hotaro into becoming Daybreak, and it's fucking stupid as shit.
That's when his spiral begins.
Yeah.
I guess my thing. I guess because she's like the last ally by this point, right? Because I have to assume that if we go by the order that he visited the tombstone, right? Renee was the last one to die.
Yeah.
So that means between episode 16 and episode 27, Gary on speed ran through
Just
all the
popped them like grapes. Like, just took them all out.
right? He did a lot. He was pretty much killing a member of the Alchemist Society every other.
Also, it implies that even though, again, this is my point of like the Gotchard Igniter being this thing that Daybreak gave him, and it's like, so in Daybreak's timeline, I guess he doesn't. I mean, I guess he still gets the Gotchard Igniter because he becomes Daybreak, but like, I guess even with
I guess he gets it too late.
Even with Majade still helping him, he doesn't he's still not able to fucking do it. Like, I guess it's the difference of like becoming Platinum Gotchard, but Platinum Gotchard has nothing to do with getting the Gotchard Igniter. Is it because he doesn't have 2 eyes? Does he need 2 eyes? Is that the prerequisite for getting the 10-liner and Crosshopper?
Right. I think that's why he went back in time, right? Because he didn't get it fast enough, right?
I guess.
Right. I guess that was his bit, right?
Yeah.
Right. Because I think because he does not get the right Daybreak timeline does not get the Gotcha Igniter until after Renee's die.
I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so that's why he went back to hey, he was like he tried to save scum it basically, like, oh hey, like it's like in video games, like when you're supposed to, you can't get this item until like the later half of the game, right? But if you use the correct exploit, you can get this item like 30 minutes into the game file and then just steamroll the rest of the game or steamroll the first half of the game, right? It just I guess that's like the whole bit, right? His entire bit of like why he went back in time to a TV show host to be like, hey kid, take this. Check this out. Hey, you better figure out how to get this thing right away. It's gonna be very helpful,
And now they've both realized. Now they've both resolved themselves to do it, and now our team of 3. Wait, nope, it's 4. There is this random girl from the refugee site that is coming with us because she says I can shoot. That is it. I know how to work a submachine gun. That's it. That's the only prerequisite.
It's very helpful. I feel like everyone in this future should know how to use a machine gun. Because
literally
like
anybody else. I feel
resistant.
like literally anybody else could have come with them, or they could have also not brought the child liability. Kajiki is doing all of fuck all in the future right now, trying to learn about what the fucking like. He's trying to find, like, the Farmer's Almanac for the last 20 years so that he can go back to the present with, like, future information.
Right. Yeah, I don't know why it's really here. Right? I don't know why they didn't bring Clothos and
Well, they were too
I feel like
tired.
bringing them would have been way more.
They were sleepy. They were sleepy from their fight.
Yeah.
They fought their fake nut sister. They're sleepy.
Look, they had all that. Look, they had all that ordeal, right? But don't worry. In the present day,
Yeah,
look,
finally in the present day, some shit happens. Yeah, and Spawner.
Yeah, look.
Fake Spawner fights Kaguya and real Spawner. And honestly, Kaguya should be able to do this all by himself. Also, sorry, were you not also incredibly upset that they didn't use Legendary Legend in this at all?
Yeah, I was. What's it? This is going back to how like I had to figure out when the fuck is this timeline, right? And that's what I was like, is he not gonna transfer to legendary at any point during this fight? So I had to double check. Like no, it can't be because this movie has to take place after he gets legendary legend, right? Because Rainbow Gotchard has appeared by this point, you know. Unless we are being presented with fake information, and this is a third timeline that we don't know about, you know. Ooh, right? Because we're at this point in Gotchard, there were at least 3 universes, okay?
A third timeline where Gotchard, where Ichinose still got the igniter from Daybreak, but it's a different Daybreak. Or it's a different Kotaro. I hate that.
Right, look, there's too many the fact that there's a I know multiverse is already a thing in Kamen Rider, right? But the fact that Gotchard has like multiverse is very frustrating. I was like, man, I feel like out of any show,
again, out of this,
I don't think Gotchard needs to have a multiverse story or parallel timeline.
I said this before in Gotchard. It's Kaguya's story at this point. I don't care about Gotchard.
Oh yeah, it's his story. It's his story, you know.
It's just Legend's show. I think of this as, hey, this is the introduction of our new Doctor Who Kamen Rider, essentially. That's all we have right now. That's what it is.
Yeah, yeah. And then the final epistle member, wherever the fuck
reveals himself, and
this one has a disfigurement.
It's a scarred.
I don't know why this one has a disfigurement.
I guess it's because it still has the wound from the body that they took. I really need that.
But wouldn't the Lactus's body had a gaping hole in her stomach?
I guess so.
Because that's how the original. That's how that Lactus's died.
All I know is I just really need that. I need what the fuck is his name? What is this new Hellmask name? Alzard? Yeah, Alzard needs to chill the fuck out. That dude is genuinely upsetting. Like, I'm not counting this as like the character Minato or the actor for him. This character that they're doing, this new character, is fucking upsetting.
Look, he captured the essence. I like how the essence he captures like one bottle for. I was like, I feel like that is not enough. Yeah. Right? I feel like you
apparently
have like
that's all you needed to make the Philosopher's Stone.
Right? I feel like for that amount, for that bit, I feel like you did not min-max your extraction.
Maybe that's why it's been 20 years. It just so happened that they finally got to the last 40 people they needed to fill up their fucking bottle.
Oh, is that it? I see. Yeah, okay,
It's very stupid. Yeah. It's very fucking stupid.
Yeah, look, this fucking beaker full of essence, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Apparently that all turns into the Dark Ether Chemi card.
Yeah.
Which allows for Garyon to use his totally original and not the same at all transformation into.
Look, this is the first appearance of this suit, you know, right?
Well, but it's different. Right. Okay, but there's one really major difference about it, and like, it is that, with the exception of the parts that are actually just like the Kamen Rider Eldorado suit from like what it eventually becomes, the main chest piece, that whole chest piece. It's just the like 3 castle grease form, right?
Yes.
That's all it is. It's like the most.
Okay, good. Oh man, I'm really glad someone has a. Okay, good. Someone has. Man, I'm really glad there are people who can memorize every single fucking outfit of a Kamen Rider outfit, right? So whenever they do a kid bash,
this one is the most like mask off, like. In terms of, like, in comparison... Yeah, there we go. Yeah. This is essentially... Oh, okay, that's where the scythe came from? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah. Man, you could have paid me $20 and I'd be like... I would never have guessed. I don't know where that's where that scythe came. I would have guessed... Did they took this from Janae or someone, you know?
Yeah. This is just... But it's just such a, like... As far as I guess kit bash goes, the it is so unsubtle with it that it's just like, oh, this. If you told me that this was the same,
chest piece looks good. I think it's the shoulder pad that makes it.
The
that
shoulder
makes it
pads
look
and the
bad,
back
right?
wings make it look like it is from a completely different show because, hey, guess what it is?
Right, I think the chest piece with the 3 circles to keep in line with the show's imagery, right? It's fine, right? But the chest piece is it's definitely the odd one out,
Yeah.
Right? I feel like they could have just used. And looking at this suit, they could have probably just taken the shoulder pad from Revice, right? Whatever fucking form this was again, lightning fever form, whatever the fuck this form was, right? I feel like they could have just taken the chest piece from that. While taking the shoulder pad, taking the shoulder pads from that form, while keeping the chest piece from Three Kingdom, and it probably would have been fine, right? To keep it like with this weird demon, spooky demon guy, you know, right?
But hey, there's still a fight happening in the present, and it's time for our background characters to finally have their moment, finally have their time in the spotlight, you might say, the daylight to shine on them, you might say. This is a fucking insane thing that happens. Apparently, apparently, Zukyun Vampire can be summoned like a fucking, Zukyun Vampire can be summoned like a fucking JoJo stand, and
I mean that's what they've always been.
I mean, yeah, but they never did it. But they never did it.
Yeah, they never.
And then UFO X, which is explicitly a number.
Sabimaru at this point still has not met up with his brother again.
Which is explicitly, but also is supposed to explicitly be as a level 10 Kemi, unusable by anybody other than Gotchard. And it's just like, nope, we just have a bond. We're cool like that. I just
me and UFO X go way back. He separated me when I was possessed, right? That makes us friends now, For some reason, I don't know why, but I was randomly expecting for Sabimaru to take out the dread driver and just went to dread during this bit for some reason.
That would have been great.
Right, but But no, here he is wearing straight up the costume of UFO X.
Just the parts that we couldn't just keep the Gotchard armor. We just took the sleeves and the top piece. That's it.
Right, and then so Zukyun Vampire has a way to control. So I have to wait because I don't understand how it's able to control Dread Type 2 here because I thought that Zukyun only works on actual organic beings, and the Dread Troopers are definitely homunculized, right?
Yeah,
they're not actual.
But, hey, if you think about it less, you'll have a lot easier of a time.
Sure, right? I guess out of every Kemi that Renegade could have summoned, she chose Zukyun Vampire. Is right,
Yeah.
Right, I bet it would be great if she just summoned out. But didn't she have all 5 of the fucking planets?
Planets. Look, again, this also implies, based off of this, that Hotaro went to the Daybreak future without all 101 Kemis, which means that technically he shouldn't be able to turn into Rainbow Gotchard, but I'm gonna leave that shit alone.
It's like, look, you're about to go fight the Elite Four. You're gonna bring 6 Pokemons, alright? You gotta pick the ones.
Yeah, that's why he brought the Gotchard Igniter with him, right? Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, look, he gotta choose the best ones, right, to bring with him to the future, right? Go Dash Line, hey, look, you become a bike, you're in. Smartphone, I don't know if cell service work in the future, but I'm gonna bring you just in case,
the cell towers are still good, they're all fine.
Right?
Meanwhile, Valvered, aka Spawner, is once again in his quintessential position of getting his ass whooped, and he is fucking
look, guns.
bound.
Hey, look, guns are powerful,
Yeah, especially when they have zip tie restraints.
Right, and then hey, look, it's the yearly cameo, right?
God, I don't think that I would have liked Shoma as much as I do as a character in Gav if this had been my first introduction to him. But now that I have all the background of who Shoma is and who Gav is and what he can do, This is just very entertaining to me and a reminder of how much more capable and strong Shoma is than literally any Kamen Rider in last season, because he's just physically built different, like literally stronger on a physiological level.
Hey, look! He's gonna beat him, and then he's gonna Fortnite dance over them, you know, right? Like, right? Look, hey, but here, Spawn, eat this, gummy candy, you know, right? Afterwards, tell your parents, if you have any, to go to the nearest convenience and buy them for you, you know, right? Yeah. It's also was it going back to how Gav, right, was filmed in advance, like unlike other typical Kamen Rider production, right? You can tell like there was like almost like no visual changes, right? Because usually with the Kamen Rider, there's a big, right, like the biggest one is like Gentaro in the movie, right, versus to him in the actual show, right, where he doesn't have like his pompadour hair, right, or how they had to completely retool Ghost. Right, from his movie appearance to the show, because it turns out Ghost was really scary to kids, and they did not like that from the movie. I found out,
and also they completely had like Shoma's personality here is completely the same personality that he is in the show, versus when we went back and watched the Geats movie, and like Hotaro in that is like insanely competent, and
I have to go to believe the fact that Hotaro is the Daybreak timeline.
It's Daybreak Hotaro. You know. That was Hotaro before the incident.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's just like Hey look. He's here. He's making his good cameo appearance.
Yeah. Speaking of cameo. Speaking of a cameo, hey.
Yeah, boy.
Daddy's home. Look,
man.
Daddy's home.
You thought you were only going to get one cameo in this movie? Oh, you were wrong.
Yeah.
You know, right?
Yeah. Again,
this is Legend's story. This is Legend's story, you know, right?
It fucking... Karuta Tsukasa here, and it's... Oh, God. I've never been more happy. I've never been more happy to see Decade.
Hey, look, he said, like, he has got a record saying, hey, look, if Toei ever wants me to come back,
I'll fuck around, I don't care. He's wearing the belt and everything, and he just doesn't even transform. It's so funny that he just shows up to show Kaguya a picture of himself, and that's all the confidence
and to give him, like, words of encouragement, right?
It's just, look at how pretty you are.
Can you help us out? You know, hey, do you think you can help us out in like this timeline war, in like this fucking Doctor Who timeline war that we got going on?
Look, sometimes the Doctor meets his past self, and he goes, "Listen, you're gonna have to just trust me, okay? It's gonna be fine." It's like that one special where Matt Smith and David Tennant and some old dude fucking worked together, and they all were Doctor Who together.
Right? I just like he doesn't even show up. He's just like he just shows up like, hey, like, you got this, kid.
Yeah, you got this,
you
kid.
Know?
You're a chip off the old block. I'm passing the torch to you. Here's a picture. Here's a throwaway picture of like a shot of Decade in suit looking back at you. That's as close as you bottom feeders are gonna get.
Yeah, this is a cool shot, you know, his eye shines as he disappears and everything, you know? I don't know what, I thought this was, going back to how, I mean, look, we already said how legendary, I thought this was going to be the legendary legend moment of the film, you know? Right, where his photo transforms back.
Nope, they did not do that. They just fucking...
You know, I thought the photo was going to transform into
That would have been cool. That is not what they fucking did.
None of that happens, you know. He just like once again, he just game tactics. Hey, look, here's all your favorite Kamen Riders. You look Yakuga. Hey, look, Deno. Like I said, Deno is here. You know.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like Deno should have had a role in this movie. You know. Right. He should have, but no. And look, I'm just gonna quickly go over the.
As we saw in the Legend special, he could have summoned Deno and given them Deno's train to take them to the future.
Right, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, right, yeah.
Anyway, there's a big confrontation between Rine and fake Minato. Blah, blah, blah. Shit happens. She beats the shit out of him.
Look, they just spill. Hey, look, they get him by throwing some water in his eye. Like,
and then
you.
the girl who is here only because she said she knows how to shoot, instead of shooting him, just shoots the rocks above him to get crushed by rocks.
Yeah. Look, you can't look. This is a children's show. You can't. It's a children's movie. You can't have her shooting the actual thing. You gotta show using a gun indirectly to kill someone. You know?
Right. Remember 20 minutes ago when Rene was skewered through the abdomen by a fucking demon?
That's different, you know. Look, no guns were used in that. You know, right? Look, it's like
remember when the Dread Troopers showed up and started gunning down civilians in a refugee camp?
If you rewatch that scene, the Genju never aimed their guns at any humans, you know. They just aimed it. They were just shooting wildly, you know, like stupid fucking American cowboys, you know, right? They just shot the air. Yeah.
Well, anyway, Platinum Gotchard and Daybreak Gotchard are fighting against, still not transforming into Rainbow for no fucking reason, apparently
he does have all 101 Kennys with him, you know? He left some in the past, right?
Yeah.
He left them in the past.
I mean, I guess,
but it's... I love the fucking recolor smartphone, right?
Yeah.
I
mean, all of the Hot Cheetos Daybreak versions of the Chemis are always... The Chemis and the Chemi cards are very funny. Like, we didn't talk about it, but the spicy Cheetos flavored Hopper 1, very funny, like, color scheme to see.
Right? Yeah, they're broadcasting this message to the world.
Don't worry.
The past?
If you can see, well, they broadcast it to the base and to the escaped refugees from Garion's base, so everybody can see them getting their asses whooped, and apparently that is the inspiration that he needed.
You know, right? And then Hotor has to remind Daybreak at some point, hey, don't you forget, you know, at some point you did say you want to become friends with all the Chemis.
Yeah,
you
the
know,
Chemis, remember that the Chemis are alive and sentient and they can talk. Oh wait, hey, your friend became a Chemi apparently somehow in death. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, and then at some point or at least the ghost of me gets like a white outfit of her. I have to assume this is a white outfit, right? It's really hard. I can't tell if she's wearing a white outfit or if this is her original outfit.
I think it's.
Right?
I mean, looking at it looks like it's her original alchemist outfit, just whited out.
Is that what it is? I actually thought she was wearing all white.
I think it's just the lighting. They're trying to give her like a Force Ghost sort of look.
Oh man, I actually thought she just had a white, like when she died, right? She enters like the spirit realm, and she changed her outfit to a white outfit, you know?
Yeah.
Right? But man, it's. Oh yeah, but now that we look at it, it actually is her original. Man, that's a big disappointment.
But also, then there's the shot afterwards after Hoturo or Daybreak finally like reunites, I guess, with the ghost of Rene who's inside of the card of the sun. And then you look up, and then there's regular Rene dangling from a chain, tied up, like, just, like,
and also the good thing is that, the spirit of Rene's ghost has not aged, because she's the dead ghost now, so, right? So it feels really weird, you know, that Daybreak is from a 16-year-old girl.
Well, no, if you remember from the tombstone, I think she was, 17 or maybe even 18. It's still a 37 that still means that Daybreak himself is either 37 or 38 looking at
Let's
this
see,
girl.
She's 18. I'm sorry, 18. The ghost of an 18-year-old. Okay, so that's creepy.
It's still weird. It's still weird. It's just technically not illegal, which is never a good like standpoint you want to be on, where it's like, well, I don't like this, but I can't make legal complaints about it, is never a good place to be.
Right, I guess they didn't want to hire an actress to play future Rita, you know? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Hold on, let me quick. I'm pretty sure Daigo is married. I'm pretty sure. Man, boy, looking up Daigo does not help because we have Daigo Luna in America, so... Yeah. Fuck, Ultra. I have to look up Daigo Ultraman because it's like the easiest way for me to get this. Let's see. Actor. Let's see. Can I find his. Let's see. Let me pull this up.
Anyway, yeah.
Let's. Yep, he is married. I couldn't. I thought he'd just get his wife in here,
That
to
would have
play.
been could have been cute, could have been a thing. Didn't happen.
Yeah, but but Daybreak learns the meaning of friendship again.
Yeah.
Right after, right. I guess it makes sense. He lost all of his friends.
Yeah,
For
they
the
were all
last
killed
20
in
years.
front of him one by one. But
Right.
hey, now Hotaro is finally able to turn to Rainbow Gotchard, and he and Majade using X Gotch Caliber are all gang tacticsing on fucking Garyon. And they slash the shit out of him, and they destroy him, and that's it. And oh sweet Jesus, there's an Eldritch Horde that comes out.
Yeah, and then it turns out that Garia has been dead for the last 20 years, Right
And
now we
also-
know why the wall has that.
It also turns out that they, I guess, always had a fully completed Abyssal King suit that they just never used in the regular show. We got all this shit with the three Abyss Kings, and we could have had the just one concentrated Abyssalus King the entire time.
Right, but no, but no. Here's you get your Abyssal King, instead. But yeah, now we have the full suit. Now they're fighting the real thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's big as shit.
Yeah, but I don't know, this thing, the face of this thing is really unsettling. I don't know why. I am not a big, the face of the Abyssal King is unnerving for some reason for me,
I mean,
right?
it's got it's just like a weird, almost insectoid face. Like, it's kind of got little spider mandibles, and with the three eyes makes it kind of look like it just kind of has a weird bug face in a not in the normal Kamen Rider way, but in an actual this is an arachnid, it's going to bite me, I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not. The face of the Abyss actually it pretty much looks like a fucking it looks like a fucking Bleach villain, if anything,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It looks like a hollow, if anything.
Yeah.
Right. It's really unnerving, the design of the Abyss. The body, I'm fine with. The body, it's just spooky veins, skulls, right? But I don't know. I don't know if it's because of the color contrast or the fact that it's all white, but you get the big beady yellow eyes as the contrast of it, right?
Yeah.
To stand out. Yeah, it's unnerving, this face.
But don't worry, they're about to get some
yeah.
help, because while Kaguya is busy fighting with the power of much better, much cooler riders, fucking Minato and Kyoka have been busy alchemying together three copper rod, three sticks on top of this rooftop, and that makes not even 6, which would actually fill the points that all of these things do. They just basically make a stop plug to shove all of the Dread Troopers back up into the future, which is fucking insane.
Yep.
You just see them bouncing around, getting rejected and pushed back, and that's all it took.
Look, you got to reverse the polarities, of the time stream.
Apparently that's how it works. If you just put your hand over the gap, they'll just destroy themselves.
Yeah, it turns out, instead of pressing forward, if you hit reverse, it goes back. Yeah, so then they send everyone to the future, right? Does Valverat show up to the future to help?
Nope.
Yeah, should he show up to I feel... No, he sends his sword, this is good enough.
Yeah, somehow
right?
my
the
sword
also
launches fucking UFO X. Again, I want to once again reiterate, not supposed to be able to use it, not supposed to be able to use UFO X. Puts UFO X in and launches it into the fucking future.
But yeah. Yeah, the Valverat swords with not all the Kimis are in the future, and then hey, look, it's the movie form for both of them.
Oh, that face.
Right? Hey, Miracle Gotchard fucking slaps. Holy shit! I cannot get over how good Miracle Gotchard is as a design. This should have been.
Oh my
Rainbow
god.
Gotchard.
Okay, hold on. I just realized something something that's way worse about. This is not gonna help your unsettling feeling about the body of, or the image of the Abyssalus King. At
Okay.
the 51-minute mark, I just realized what his body is made of, and I hate it.
Yeah, it's made out. Yeah, it's made out of bones and skeletons, right?
I mean, yeah, in a sense.
Uh huh. Hold on, let me.
That's his shoulder. It's just a bunch of
Oh,
little
is that what it
hands.
is?
Just a bunch of
Oh,
little hands
I
reaching
didn't even.
out. It's just a bunch of little hands, just all reaching out, just all
Hey,
trying to touch you.
look. It's what a bunch of little things makes up a big things, and you can't tell until you look at it carefully,
Yeah.
right? Also, Spotter doesn't even defeat his evil clone, right?
Yeah.
Right.
He
It's just
just
the
he just
fucking,
launches it. He just has a UFO pick him up and take him into the future to get exploded on the other side.
right, man. That image is horrifying. Jesus Christ. And I think it's oh man, I didn't realize he had beady eyes. That's even fucking worse. His face is just so unsettling.
It's especially when you combine it with the little tiny hands. It's fucking awful. Like all the little hands sticking out. It's just such a fucking eldritch horror.
Hey, delete this. I don't want to look at this every time I open my feed. Oh, delete this. Ah, man.
I could.
Oh, man.
I could. But I really want to see. I really like his little hands. I think
Oh, man.
it's funny.
Hey, look, Miracle Gotchard fucking slap as a design. This is what fucking Rainbow Gotchard did. I can't believe that this suit is so fucking good. What the fuck?
Look,
Right.
look, they can't all be bangers, okay?
Right. I just can't believe how good Miracle Gotchard look as a suit. This thing fucking slaps so much. It's simplistic, right? It's not over the top like Rainbow Gotchard, right? Like it's literally just a base Gotchard suit,
I
right?
will say
and all they did was add bits,
it is the
right?
base
But the
Gotchard
bits are
suit
good.
with streaks of like prismatic like design. It's also Hopper 101 as a and Gigantoliner as like the final like chemi cards feels cooler than just like whatever the fuck Nijigon is. Just saying.
Right,
Like in my own opinion, it's like I'd rather
Yeah.
I like Hopper 101 as a like progression of Hopper 1 more than just swapping in Nijigon out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, right. It's from a thematic. It makes more sense that Hopper 101 should be
Yeah.
the final, right?
There's
Should be the
also
final
like
level.
there's also like all these. I'm realizing now, like in terms of the features, there are like Ida from My Hero. He's got steam engine like tanks like
right.
coming
This
out of the back of
actually
his legs.
incorporates a Steamliner and Hopper 1 into this final design, right?
Yeah.
If anything, like I feel like Ida should have just been like still been an accessory piece, right? Right, but like the Gotcha Igniter, but it should have still just been Steamliner and Hopper 1, as as like the final transformation gimmick. Hey, Gotchard Shining Daybreak Gotchard or what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's fine.
Right?
The biggest issue is that it gives him big dumb Gurren Lagann glasses, and we didn't need that. We didn't need that.
That's your. I think the more outrageous like his shoulder pads. I'm not a big fan of like big clunky shoulder pads in Kamen Rider. I think his glasses is
they
cool.
at least don't look as floppy as some of the other ones that we've had. Like
right.
it's as far as like an actual change to the suit, it's not actually changing that much. Because I think what the implication is that it's Valvarad's flames and Majade's like sun like incorporated into Daybreak. So I can kind of see that, and they could have gone more out of like they could have made it more like how Valvarad's like shoulders are, but I feel like Valvarad's like flame shoulders are worse than this.
Right, and then hey, Trick, hey look, I hope you got out your Chemi card. I hope I hope you brought your Chemi card with you as you watched this movie.
Yeah, and I hope that you kids all in the theater get ready to sing along and chant along. You gotta clap for Tinkerbell or she won't get back up.
Right, you know, man, I love how some of the fucking. I understand. Look, these are kids. These are little kids, and not like professional kid actors that they brought on set. Half of these kids do not look like they have lived through the apocalypse.
Yeah,
None of
yeah.
these kids.
They're just random children.
You know, right? These kids are fucking just like.
This is one of those things where it's like I have to think about, like, especially with this with Gotchard more than any other Kamen Rider series I feel like we've watched before. I feel like I have to go, listen, I'm not trying to punch down at literal children, and this shit fucking sucks.
Uh-huh. Right, but I just love how when they do like this big channel, hey kids,
Oh yeah,
hey, you gotta give Kamen Rider your
those
energy,
kids
you know.
look completely fucking like, what am I doing? What's happening?
Yeah, hey, look, man, I'm rewatching like Atropos actor was just staring at this guy this entire at the comedian guy. So I was like,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah. I will say there's also a hold on, I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna find this. Like, I want to find that she steps back. It's very great. But there's also a pair of kids in this crowd. I think it might not. Hold on, it might not be until the end. Oh God, he's fully. That is okay. There's a shot at like 50 at the almost at the 57 minute, 56, 55, whatever, where that man is too naked near that like 9-year-old. That is. Oh God. Oh God. That is a cursed image. Like, him right next to Atropos' actor is like, nope, that's wrong. But there's, oh God, where is it? Maybe it's after they finish and they all charge up enough, which apparently they need Majade driving Gold McCanny or Gold Dash in front of a train to pull the train so that we can hit him with the train in this train-based show. Again, this is what the realization is. It's always been about trains. Trains are the real hero.
Yeah. Yeah, look, we gotta say it. Well, look, the Japanese train industry needs your help. You know, right?
Come ride the
Yeah.
Paleo Express.
Yeah, so,
It was used to kick through a demon's chest.
You know, look, this is the train of justice, you know, right? And then, look, Holtor gives his big speech about alchemy and everything. He clearly said, hey, this is not magic, you know, this is alchemy, you know, it's better than magic, you know, right?
Somehow, everybody's wishes made my alchemy that much better. That's how alchemy works.
Mm-hmm. And I can use my big finishing power of transferring to a giant...
Yeah, you keep. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah. I'm using everyone's power of alchemy to kick the shit into the Abyssal King. You know, right? Look, I just said, look, Vine is just she's really just there contributing to the king. I feel like this is maybe just Gotchard and Daybreak's writer kick, you know, and she's just there to help. Once again, going back to how she does not get her final form until after this movie, into the events of this movie. You know,
okay,
right?
Yeah. Here is alright. I found what I was looking for. At the 58:33 mark. All right, so I'm gonna put this picture in. All right.
Oh yeah.
So there's two kids, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna put it in. All right. So
I
I'm
think
that these two kids are siblings, right? I'm assuming that these two kids are siblings, and the smaller kid, the brother, seems to like little kid takes a tumble, doesn't quite stick the landing. It is then immediately juxtaposed, like a hard cut, to his sister.
The next shot, yep.
Yeah, the next shot where his sister is fucking Heimlich maneuvering this child. And I damn near lost it seeing that, because that is what a weird shot. What a weird fucking shot to like just include. Like, I get that they're just a bunch of kids and you're not like it's gonna be random, but like surely that I want to believe that like the cameraman just like missed that, or like the editor just missed that, and then like
Yeah, they didn't give out.
They
I
put
think
it-
yeah, just didn't give a shit at all.
Yeah, they cut it through and weren't like really paying attention, and then somebody
I mean,
later on
look, this is it's theoretically a blink and you mix it,
yeah,
miss it moment,
right? But
right?
it's just like,
I thought you were gonna talk about the kid that's at was it? It's with this exact same scene. The little kid in like the yellow pants.
oh
at the
yeah,
front,
that little kid who is
that
like
kid does not know what the fuck is going on.
That kid is way too small for this. That kid is way too small for this fucking set. Like, he is scared. That is a scared child.
But they gave him this card and told him to like, hey, we need you to check her out. But he's like, I don't understand.
He is not reacting at all like the other kids.
I'm not old enough for this.
And also,
you know, for this.
also, when you go to that scene right after where it cuts, right? So, again, taking an example of like before and after. So he's in between two other kids and in front of the two kids that like one gets choked out. When you cut to it next, that kid is gone. The kid with the yellow pants is fucking gone. I assume that he fell down, but like, because there's if you like really take it clip by clip, you can see the start of a little bowl cut starting to pop back into frame, which I think means that he fell down or something, or the other kid knocked him over. But they just completely, the kid is gone afterwards.
It's true. Look, I think the kid. I honestly thought we were talking. I thought you were gonna talk about the kid in the yellow pants and the kid that's like on his right. That kid is happy to be on stage.
Oh yeah,
He's
that
like,
kid is fucking having a god. That's what I'm saying. I think that kid on his right is fucking. I think those kids knocked him out of the way because they're like, fucking, you're not having enough fun.
You know, you guys are not excited to see to help out Kamen Rider. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? He's the hero of justice.
Yeah, he hit him with a train.
It's fucking amazing. Yeah. Hey, look, that girl saved her father or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she brought back his happiness. It didn't. Somehow, they just needed to capture them to drain them of happiness, and that was enough.
Yeah. But yeah, so that Daybreak, instead of just taking this moment now that he has unlocked the power of friendship, and I guess Renee's spirit just straight up living his card, and he now has like a Cortana AI.
Yep.
Basically, at this point.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. She just lives in there and talks
instead
to
of
him.
just rebuilding the future and moving forward, you know, he's like, and I'm gonna fuck this. This future fucking sucks. Do you see this fucking wasteland I'm living?
Yeah,
fuck that.
I'm gonna go find another timeline. I'm gonna go find find Hotaro Prime. I need to find a parallel timeline where my family still lives.
Steve Rogers and it's like Steve Rogers and Endgame. Hey,
no, I was saying it's more
Endgame,
like
it's gonna go down.
It's Miguel. It's Miguel O'Hara. He's gonna try and find the multiverse of the Daybreak verse where it's like, listen, I can go somewhere else. I can gotcha somewhere else.
Right? He fucking just leaves. He just straight up fucking. He doesn't even wait to get back to the base and tell people, hey. Alright, hey, look, we defeated the big evil. We can now rebuild society. We no longer have to live, right? Now that we unlocked the power of the chemis, and now they're everyone's friend, we can actually straight up use them to rebuild societies. Like, he just straight up fucking leaves, and it's now Ichinose and really has to go back to the base, and I was like, yeah, he just left. He left you guys, right? I don't know who's the chain of commands now.
Yeah, I guess
right?
have fun rebuilding your society.
The guy in his underwear is gonna lead you guys.
Have fun with the streaker being your, I guess, human leader. Atropos and Clotho are homunculi and will live forever.
Right? I just think it's real funny just how the movie ends, you know, right?
Well, technically the movie ends with, and then they all shook hands and everything was happy.
I don't need to go back.
And we went to a festival.
I just think it's funny that this is how Daybreak's story arc, story ends. Like, instead of him accepting the future, right?
It's not him working to like save things. He just fucks off to do time.
He's like, hey, wait, hold on. He's like, hey, now that I unlocked the power of time travel, I can do whatever the fuck I want, and I cannot live in this fucking dog shit timeline with you fucking losers, you know, right? I think it's real funny how his story arc just ends right here, you know. When I was watching, I was like, man, he just fucking leaves. He just fucking leaves. He doesn't even help Ride or Ichinose go back in time. He's like, hey, You guys got here, right?
Yeah.
If you guys got here, you guys know how to get back, right? Good, cool, bye. It's just real fucking funny how like the right because I was like because then it just cuts to the credit. I was like, wait, is the movie ending?
Yep, that's the ending.
This is an hour-long
Roll credits.
movie, right?
Play the song by Flo. Let it go. Okay, we're done with this shit.
Right. It's just so fucking funny how the event of this movie just fucking ends.
Also, and then they just
Right,
then they just passively reveal that I guess Kyoka and Minato are a thing.
Yeah, this was it's always been foreshadowed within the show.
But did it matter? That's the thing. Did it really matter?
Look, you gotta read the production blogs. It's always been. Look, if you read the production blogs, right?
Fuck the production blogs.
That's where. Right? But yeah, and then the timeline gets reset at this point, right? Because at the end of it, right, it turns out that. So here's my problem now, right? So it turns out that the alchemist of Daybreak has always been Hotaro this entire time, right?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm supposed to? Is that what I'm supposed to imply by this ending? Right, so this does not work within the show's narrative, right? Because in order for Hotaro to become the alchemist,
it implies that now Daybreak. Well, because I think they did say that it was it was the Daybreak alchemist. It's just now the interpretation has been changed to show Daybreak, which I think means that Daybreak went back in time and then became the Daybreak alchemist, creating a paradox. Yes, it's bad. It's very annoying.
Right. So
but it happened.
does that mean that right? But that fucks up the timer because that now does that mean that TV show Hotaro at some point does that have to does he have to repeat this process, right? Is this a loop now?
No,
right?
it's just weird multiverse shit. This is a real, Trunks going back to kill Cell thing, but he still has a Cell to kill in his timeline.
It's so fucking weird, right? Because that's just crazy. This is now another branching timeline. Like this is now another.
Oh yeah.
Here's the thing.
Gotchard has done irreparable damage.
Does Hotaro and Rine realize that they are now in another diverted timeline? Like this is not their actual timeline that they left at the beginning of the movie, right?
Yes, they have. They have done irreparable damage to the time stream.
Right? What's it? I thought this could have just been. Look, they could have just asked Tenho to come in, like, hey, can you fix this shit for us? I think we might have fucked up the timeline, right?
Hey, maybe that's what the Gotchard final graduation or whatever that fucking movie is going to be about.
Man, this movie was really this movie was definitely rushed. This movie could have used like an extra 10, 15 minutes.
It should have gotten a little bit more time in the oven, definitely.
Right, but you know what? This was a double bill movie. You had to watch the Bond Boonger movie as well after this or before this. I don't know which one airs first with these double bill movies. I can't imagine
that would have actually given more context to this or made things end better.
Right, this movie was really rushed, Right, I feel like this movie should have been like an actual full length movie, This should have been like an hour 20 movie, or an hour 30 whatever. Fuck children's movie, right? This movie felt really rushed. I feel like, boy, future Daybreak is just a fucking was an asshole, right?
Hey, I just want to point out. Speaking of speaking of all these issues with the timeline now, I just looked up the movie and I see this. And do you know the synopsis of the graduation movie?
Well, it's post series. I know that, right?
Oh, then you don't know about This will probably.
I know Kyoka and Minato gets married in it or something or some shit, right?
No, there's something else.
Boy, I mean, I know that it's a. Jesus, what the fuck is it?
It's
what the fuck is this?
Groundhog Day. It's gonna be Groundhog Day.
Jesus fucking Christ, man! When they announced graduation, everyone thought that this was gonna be a Hotaro Rine finale movie. But now that we got like the official, the actual final, the theatrical post, and we found out this is a spotter movie, right? I think they just ruined that movie, honestly.
Yeah, well.
Boy, look, I feel like you could have just given Vana a spawner a V Cinema, right? Just give him a fucking tokusatsu fan club bullshit, right?
Yeah.
All right, hey, this movie was really bad. I did not like this movie. I think this movie just created more problems
Oh
than
yeah,
resolution.
nothing was
I know
helped
they
by
wanted.
this.
I know they wanted to resolve the Daybreak bullshit that they introduced, even though that they had in the actual they had never had any intention of finishing, right? But boy, man, this was not it. I feel like,
Oh
you know,
boy, hold on. Boy, gotta. I hate this. I gotta stop looking at things.
uh oh.
Turns out we're still getting side series. We're getting side series
Oh yeah,
coming up.
man. I thought you were aware about that. Oh man,
I did not know about the
I was
Lacus
really about
side
to
story.
I was literally about to bring it up, but hey look, Twink, hey look, we're back in Gotchaverse. We never left. Look, Twink, you've been stuck in a Gotcha time loop this entire time.
Will I be able to escape? I hope so.
Look, right, look, all right, that's the end of this movie.
Lacus's actresses gonna be the mattresses for the real show characters. And I hate this. I hate this, and I want off this. Give me a hey. Just like I said about Gotchard, all right. It's all about trains, and I want off. Okay, I want off this crazy train.
All right. That's it for this movie, right? I hated this movie. This movie was really bad, right? It was it. I look. You could have just cut Kaguya. Look at even though he's the main character, you could have literally cut him out of this entire movie, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of problems with this movie.
I want more Legend. Let's just focus on Legend, okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But man, I'm waiting for the Toei Tokusatsu fan club where Shoma meets Legend and he tries to eat the jewels, and I want to see what happens when he eats jewels, right? Well, what little Gochizo guy he does his little belt spit out, from that point,
yeah.
Right? Okay, all right, that's it. All right, are we done?
Yeah, please God. Until next year, when this shit fucking.
Or this year, ooh,
the time loop, the time loop.
Oh man, look, like I said. All right, that's it. All right, let's end this. I hated everything about this movie.
Escape.
All right, that's this video. All right, Kate, thanks, bye.